Hey guys, please let me know if you could hear me okay. What is up, SSP Artistic, Cobra King, JD, and I think I said hi to everybody in the chat when I was typing. Michael Richardson, Stefan, Richard, of course, Arthur, Doodly Don, Nilo. All right, you guys, we've got a lot of stuff going on right now. Awesome, thank you, JD, for the sound check. So I almost did not get a chance to live stream today. I thought, dang it, it might be a little late today, or I might have to do it tomorrow because I had to get this page prepped because, as you guys can see, this is the Sky Surfer Lounge. 1 second. So I still have to superimpose the logo on here, but this is our lounge, you guys. This is what we created together. So let's see here. Let me zoom in really quick. So I'm going to focus mainly on this panel today, and we're going to bring our lounge, Sky Surfer Lounge, to life. So this is it. And they're in the bathroom. Saint is cleaning Shin's face up because he got into a brawl, remember? So figured I'd show you this to you guys first. And I do have some things that the orders came in for the Kickstarter, so there's some items that I have on hand that I can show you what they look like and the quality. I was so happy to see that everything looked great. The graphics were clean. The paper stock is really nice for the prints, and we have the prototype for the keychain. I've shown that to you guys before, and I could explain some stuff and some stickers. So we'll do that in a little bit, but for now, I think I just wait until everybody's in the room, and then I could show that in a little bit. But I guess let me start by, let's see if I could say hi to any more people, and then I could show you what I'm working on today. So, hello Reckitt's and Junior Lupita. Hope we will see the blend mode of the layouts. Hey Stephanie, how are you doing? Hope you're feeling much better and well rested. So Junior, yes, the idea is that's why I'm only going to focus on the one panel so we could see some blending for the background and the lighting. So I might just jump right to the lighting right away and show you guys another approach that I take to coloring pages, especially backgrounds, just so that it's more interesting and less kind of, what is it called? Boring, I guess, for lack of a better word. So glad you made it, Ricketts. All right. So last week I showed you, I've actually shown this to you guys many times. So this book, I'm taking some color references from here. I'm picking out like a color scheme that I like, and I think I really like the cover some of the, I'm not trying to promote Sega or anything, but I'm gonna probably pick this color palette. But the thing is, the first few pages already kind of had that pink and magenta and blue palette, so I might be going for a different color palette. But here's what's nice is I could go in there and add all the lighting and the colors first, and if I feel like I want to change the color scheme to maybe more of a green or red or whatever color scheme I had in mind, then I could always do that in post and just edit the colors that way, you know. And maybe I'll show that to you guys next time once I finalize the pages and stuff. Oh, that's awesome, Stephanie. Well, I'm so glad you're feeling much better. I could only imagine. I mean, you must have been under a lot of like painkillers and stuff. So. Hello, Victor the Great. Awesome. Okay, you guys. So here I will show, in case you didn't see last week, I have the layers right here. It shows the line work, which is transparent. So if I turned off the background, you see that is a transparent layer. Character color is going to be on here. I don't have any flats yet, so I'm just going to flat the first panel and then go from there. And that's where the background lighting is going to be, all the pretty cool lights and stuff. And then here's just a base background color layer. So hello Stormtrooper Julius Caesar, your name is so awesome. Hello Echo, hello, and Victor the Great. I thought I was gonna go see what you. I could be wrong. Oh no, I wish I was going to CTE2. And like I mentioned a few times, like if until the book is delivered to you guys, I'm probably gonna chill on the conventions for a little bit here. So, and then get started on the next book right away. So it's something I have to realize. Like it's not just this one Kickstarter book. It's just gonna be continually. This is my work. This is my full-time job now. So I'm gonna have to treat it like I'm punching in, punching out for work. So. Yep, and then yes, I do plan on traveling right immediately after, and it looks like it might be. Well, obviously, when I fulfill the book, I'm going to be doing it in Ohio, but I would like to travel right afterwards to promote the book and meet with retailers and stuff. Aw, Victory the Great. That's funny. Treat my stuff like that. Procrastination is a real pain. You know what? I'll be honest with you, Razor, we all procrastinate. That's just reality, you know? So I'm going to expand my mug, my face, or this camera, so that you guys can see the Kickstarter stuff that I have in the box. I'm kind of excited to do this. I was so nervous when they sent me all the tracking. I'm like, there's a bunch of items, and they put it all in one box. I was so shocked at how efficient it was, and so I'm excited. Anyways, here we go. I'm going to expand my face, and all right, so here's the box of goodies. This is only some of the items I'm doing like, you know, I'm chunking all the things I'm doing because I still have to work on the book. So I order some stuff, get the proofs to make sure everything looks good, and then you know, while I'm working on the book and just doing a bunch of stuff at once. So I mean, that's what happens when you got like very limited staff. So here's the first thing. So this is only the prelim for the Pocky keychain. So the new one, the actual one's gonna be smaller, and the fishies, little fishies, are actually gonna be a little bit more done differently. I guess I could show you guys the. Well, it's gonna look a lot like the pictures you see in the Kickstarter. So here's a shaker keychain. Is John here? Aloha! John left me, and he's in Hawaii right now. So, hey SSP Artistic, yes, I can see your comment. I have to scroll up though if you did say something before that, because I did. I think I said hi, but maybe I missed your comment. Thank you for the super chat as well. Okay, so there's this, and what perfect timing, and that's why I really wanted to work on this page today. It's because of the postcards. So let's see. I think I took one out already. So this is the Welcome to Shangri-La postcards. Ooh, it's blurry. But I'll take one out so you guys can see them. Everybody gets these for free that back the project. So this is one of those unlocked extra bonus items. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, here we go. So you guys all get a Neo Wonderland, you know. Here you go. Oh man, it's blurry. There we go. Greetings, and it's beautiful. This is like light blue. So this is the postcard, and it's matte. I love it. I mean, I'm obsessed with like national park postcards and stuff, and so this one's nice and matte. So love how it looks. Okay, so we got 500 of these. Got to uncover, and everybody gets a bookmark with Pocky and his best friend. 1 second. I'm gonna pull one out. Did I not take one out yet? Okay, let's try this one out. Oh, is that the knife done? I love the postcard. I know it's kind of cheap. It's just a postcard, but it's a postcard to Shangri-La, you guys. It actually exists in my mind and in reality now. So here is the Pocky postcards, you guys. If you can't really see the items, just you could go to the Kickstarter page, and I think that works out okay. Maybe I'll take pictures of it, but it's just one of the panels. Oh, come on. I think it's just because it's really bright. Where someone's going after his food. And then here is the Pocky holographic stickers and Garrus. Pull them out of here. And everybody who backed the what is it? The Pocky Kickstarter. Oh, sorry, Pocky tier gets these guys. So, and there's also the sticker packs with all the characters. There's 2 of those stickers that look like this, except they're not holographic and they're smaller. And it comes with all the characters as well. And I'm gonna have some left over to purchase. And I think after we send out the surveys, we should be able to back some of these items. I have to figure that out still. So, and here is the print of Aya. This is the 6x9 mini print that was available, and it's matte. It's so pretty, and the paper quality is really good. It's like 120-pound cover paper. So, and I will be signing these, and I might stamp it, but definitely these are gonna be signed. So you guys remember me working on this. And let me open this one. I'm trying to be really careful not to damage anything. Okay, let's put this away. Vince isn't here yet, you guys. He's missing out. So, okay, let's open up this print. So this is where she's on their motorcycle with Pocky and his little side seat. Okay. This one turned out really nice. I was worried because it was in black and white, and you know, sometimes it doesn't always look good, but this one looks really good. This is the same quality paper as the other Aya print. It's 120-pound cover paper. So I'm signing these as well. So nice. And I ordered quite a few extras, so these will be available at some point again. So, all right, that is it for the items for today. We're still waiting on a couple of things to arrive in the mail. Like the free Pocky sticker, it looks pretty cool. This one, he's wearing like a Gundam helmet, you know, because I love Gundams. And I forgot what else I ordered. And the free magnets are coming too. So as soon as things arrive during the live stream, I'll just go ahead and show you guys what we have so far. Great. Okie dokie. The mini prints are a little bit, it's 6x9, so let me see. If I could show you guys. Okay, so it is supposed to, per Frank's suggestion, let's see. It's a 6x9, so it's a little smaller than a comic book because it's supposed to fit in the box, and they didn't have any size that was about the same size as a comic book. So this is the size comparison, Stefan, if that's what you mean. Yep. So everything is supposed to fit in a nice box without like having you guys pay for extra shipping. Outside of the commissions, everything should fit in the box, and then if you got the t-shirt, it should also fit in the same box. Whew. No, thank you for asking. That's a good question. I was going to mention that too. Okay. Oh, I know, JD. It is really, really cool. Even still, like that's why I like print work so much. That's awesome, Stefan. Yeah, I mean, Frank learned a lot, you know, and I'm working with people who've had multiple Kickstarters already, and so there's a lot of trial and error, and they did all the, you know, trying to figure things out for me, and I'm just like taking what they did and learning from it. So Yep. Oh yeah, TMNT. The book is amazing. I mean, the art is amazing too. So let's see if I missed any comments before I start coloring. Records, that's so funny what you said. What did Doodly Don said? If we have extra Pocky bookmarks after filming, I can take the rest. Yeah, that's funny. Okay, awesome. Thank you, John. Perks. Yeah, when I think of perks, I think of like the Fallout 3 perks where you level up, and that's what it feels like when I'm doing this. So okay, I'm thinking about doing this color scheme. It's blue and hot pink and maybe accents of yellow. Nothing too crazy because I don't want people's heads to explode. See, okay, for example, let's see. See, I want to do this page, but then look at how colorful it could be if I pick a different color scheme. Alrighty, so let's shrink my mug and start working. Okay, let's see if that's good enough. Okay, that should work. Alright, okay, so there's mostly a black background. I'm thinking about the base color being kind of a teal blue. So here's another example of it. If I went overboard, it'd be purple, and I don't want that for this page. We got plenty of those pages already, so. So Echo, I'm still baffled how these comic publishers shrink down mega comic panels and covers into magazine type format. I mean, there's definitely a program for that, but it still feels baffling. Oh, I know. And so I think Matteo said that he's drawing his book, The Forefathers. Forefathers, is it? One second. I don't want to butcher the title of his book. The Forefather. Yeah, Forefather. He's doing it one to one, which means whatever size the comic book page is, that's the size he's drawing at. But for me, it's really important, just so I could maintain all the detail. When you shrink it, it just seems more dense, you know? Yeah, Stefan, that's exactly right. And so this is the first time we get to see our Sky Surfer Lounge. This is our hangout place. This is, after I finish coloring this, I think I'm going to try to use this for the background of our Discord. But I'm going to have to get a premium Discord to do that. So, okay, so let me add some screen tones before I start to base the colors. Duotones. So let me see, what does this look like? That's too big. 70%. What's that look like? We're doing this again. Last week I was trying to figure out which one I liked. I think it's towards the bottom. Okay, this one's cool. Is there a way to favorite a brush or something? No. What about that? What did I just do? Oh well, anyways. Cancel. So we got our flying cars here, and here we go. So what's nice about this is if I don't like how something looks, I could always change it, erase it. And since this is, right now the line art looks kind of clean, but this place isn't technically that new. It's kind of, what do you call it? Is it marquee? It's kind of not rough, but it's definitely not like a swanky bar. It's a little bit closer to like just a place that regular folks, just the poors, go to. Hey, Detective Buckets. Echo. Question is, was there ever a moment in your career where you've done a panel creatively like gone out of the box and just went all crazy with the layout. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know how much of Lola you would consider that, but I definitely colored it in a certain way. And that book I played and experimented with a lot of different things, whether it was the way I told the story, the mediums I used, and some of the panel layouts, I guess. Vintage. Yes, Stefan Vintage. That's a good way to put it. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, so SSP Artistic asks in CSP how to use perspective grid perfectly. I am confused. Oh, okay. So SSP. Let me see if I could show you, because if I'm being honest, I don't use it that much. So I'll try. Let's hide all this stuff here. Okay. Perspective grid. Dear God, I'm trying to remember where it's at now. It's got to be around here somewhere. Okay, there's a ruler. Oh, here we go. Okay, so if I can remember correctly, you take the ruler and this is your horizon line, and then soon as you click on the canvas again, it creates that, and then you have your x-axis and your y-axis basically. And let's see, special ruler, linear ruler, curve. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm trying to remember. Oh God, oh my God. 1 second. Okay, let's do this right here. And then I'm trying to get rid of that one line. Okay, so now when I actually draw, what is going on here? Oh, silly. Nope. You're supposed to be able to reference to the layer below. Set as reference layer. Nope. I think it's this one. Oh boy. I'm an idiot. You know what I did? The background layer was above it. So it did work. Let's do that again. Okay. So let me get rid of this. 1 second, guys. I figured it out now. Okay. You could always erase. Or you know what? Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so let's bring this up here. Whatever. So now I'm confused. Technically, once you've created your perspective grid, you create a new layer and then you hit the reference below. So right, see if it's okay. It says set as reference layer. You kind of see that little icon right there, and it should technically see where the grids are. Oh my God, my computer's slow. It just stays within that grid. Hey, what's up, Sean Williams? Okay, so now I hope that's a decent explanation for how to use a perspective grid. And I'm gonna turn off the reference thing, I think. So see what happens if I do that. And once you hide it, you can actually start drawing freely again. So, and then once you turn it on, oh God, do it again. Okay. Then it reactivates that perspective line. So hopefully SSP, I know Echo, this is fine art, you guys. It's Bobby Ross's art. So hopefully SSP artistic, that answers a little bit of your question. I mean, based off the fact that I don't really use it. I'm sorry it took so long to figure out what was going on there. Okay. as we were. Let's see. See, I know JD, it's pretty interesting, but remember what I did last week? I just like taking my ruler and treating it like it's paper and just doing my perspective grids that way. It's just good to keep my mind fresh instead of using the grid, especially because I'm drawing on paper and not on the computer. If I was, then it'd be a little different, I think. The opacity of the brush doesn't bother me. You mean the lines I was just using, or this one right here? Okay, so let me zoom in. Right, let's just do a few of these screen tones and then we could jump right into flattening this panel. Or else this wouldn't be a coloring live stream if I don't actually color anything. And back here, and this is like I mentioned last week, I'm doing a lot of the screen tones and stuff because it's going to be in the black and white edition. Whereas the color edition, I don't think you're really going to see a whole lot of this stuff, like the screen tones. So add some texture. I'm just going to jump right in right after I flat this part and just start adding lights, because it's technically just a background just for the panel, so I don't need to be too precise. Okay, I used a lot of like what is that, Mass Effect, the art book, just to reference how to color, you know, like cyberpunk or a futuristic city. Okay, I think that should be pretty good. Nothing crazy. Just enough to understand where the light and dark is going to go. Yeah, Echo, I've seen that video too, and it's really cool. Some really cool ways to do perspective and just draw straight lines and stuff without a ruler. Okay, all right. Okay, now I'm just gonna go and quickly flat the background. Let's do polyline, and like I said, it's gonna be a teal, so I'm just gonna use the default teal that they have here and maybe bring it saturation down just a little bit. All right, how do we want to do this? No, maybe not do it that way. Let's try to keep these, separated for later. Might as well just put the background color for these panels while I'm at it. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So, G. To differentiate the inside and outside, I'm gonna make it maybe orange. Okay. Okay, and then wait a minute. Oh, God, I can't believe I did that. Okay, now I could do the actual background for this one. My lines aren't perfect. Oh well. Okay, very bright. Turn it down a bit for the base tone. In fact, let's go this way a little bit more. All right. Okay, let's go crazy. Let's lock these in here. I don't need to do that, but P1 light. Alright, I'm gonna look at some references really quick. Alright, so let's do this. A little warmth coming from the buildings. Maybe towards the orange. Okay. I'm wondering if I should just do the Sky Surfer Lounge logo first. You know. But this is just the quickest way to go about this right now. Just put the window lights in, or the and remember, you could always go back and change these colors because they're all flats anyways. But it's important to just kind of mask everything out first. Okay. And okay, I gotta adjust this really quick. What? Oh, how about now? Okay. Michael Richardson. Apparently he saw the squirrels on the Discord. Like any iconic vehicle. Ooh, well. I mean, for me, it would be like, I think Back to the Future, the DeLorean is one of my favorites. And of course, the Batmobile is an obvious one. Let me see if I can find one that's like a little more obscure. Okay, I'm just gonna add all the pretty stuff pretty soon here. In fact, let me do something really quick. So this is gonna be a quick demo of how I would get this to look like a neon sign. Okay. Let's fix the parking sign first because it's bugging me. And this is where you park your hoverboards. How to draw comics and adventure reach your level. Victor the Great, where do you start? You start by, I mean, I don't know if you read any books or anything like that, but there's plenty of tutorials where I guess maybe you could download a script off the internet if you don't have one yourself, and start to lay out the thumbnails of the script, and then kind of get really good at storytelling. That's where I would start, with layouts first, and then you get kind of used to where you'd have to put the backgrounds and the characters, and it just makes life a lot easier that way, and I think that's where I would start. Oh, Knight Rider, yes, Kit from Knight Rider. Echo is one of my favorites. The parking sign, Fruitalicious. The parking sign's bothering me. But now I think I'm ready to neon this thing up. So this is gonna be the quick way to do it. I'm probably gonna go back afterwards and fix it, because chances are it's not gonna be perfect right away. And we don't want to rush this part because it's our logo. Okay, I see what that is. Okay. First, I'm going to turn the transparency on for this one, or sorry, lock in the transparency so that it doesn't go outside of the sign. But I have a sign in here that I'm trying to mimic the way it looks. Let's see if I can show you guys. So this one right here, look, I mean, this neon sign looks awesome. I don't know if you could see it, sort of. It's like right here in the red. So I want to make it look like it's really a neon sign. So it looks like, let's just go with red. The base color is red, and then there's like yellow inside of it. So let's try that. So, ooh, that didn't work. 1 second. Why did it not work? It's weird. Oh my god, that's why. Huh. I don't know what to do. Multiply. Okay. Add glow. See, this is where problem solving comes into play. So, dang it. How do we do this? How do we do this? I'm sure there's a way to do this. Or maybe I could just use this as a template and not like an actual Okay, I guess we'll keep it at that, and let's just add another filter. See what it looks like first. Okay, so we're getting close. I feel like, okay, that works. I could just start using the typeface, but I don't want to do that yet, because that's going to take a while. Okay, so for example, where's the opacity? So that's what that looks like, and then what happens is, let's do add glow. It's like a yellowish orange color. So All right, let's try that. Stabilize. So from here, should be able to see the neon sign inside. It's like, I think I need to Google like a neon S or something. Let's just make sure this works first before we start doing the whole thing. And then there's like they change the transparency a little bit. It kind of goes inwards. Okay, let's add a lighter orange and add glow again. And this one looks a little softer, so I'm going to change it to a different brush or a pencil. Let's go with a light pencil. Okay, where did my pencil go? Thank you guys for giving Victor advice on how to start, because there's so many ways, so many different approaches. But I think for me personally, I think if I could spend my time doing anything, it would have been like to get good at layouts and storytelling, because I felt like if I knew what I had to draw, I would practice those specific things a lot more. So yes, Richard, there will be an overhead light, of course. It's kind of like a garage light, so it might be like a probably it's not as warm as this one. I think this might be a little warm just as a placeholder, but I might make this like a bluer light tone depending on the whole entire environment. And then yeah, then we'll get moving on that. Still doing the neon sign, and I think there's a little bit of purple in here, so I'm just kind of messing around right now. Let's do airbrush. Okay. Closer to the, okay, try that. Okay, and then technically, okay. Because I want this to look like a real neon sign, so there's gonna be like little nuances and, you know, the brackets that hold it together and stuff like that. In all honesty, I think this is just good practice, because I'm probably gonna go back afterwards and fix it and finalize it, but I didn't know what my approach was gonna be to begin with, so this is kind of nice. Oh, thank you so much. I'm staring so closely at it that it's like it looks weird. Okay, let's see. I think there needs to be a bit more black. Oops. Hey Vince, what is up? You missed the goodies, Vince. You're gonna have to go watch the beginning where I unpack all the postcards and stuff. Okie dokie. So that's a good example. This is definitely not gonna stick, but I just needed to know what my approach was. And then let's see. I'm just creating all sorts of layers. In fact, you know what? Stick all these things in here. Free up some layer panel stuff. What the heck? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Why would that be a problem? Never mind. Okay, let's do some of this other stuff instead of because I feel like my momentum is just slowing down right now. Okay, and this is the line tool. Comes in handy. And if the perspective is a little off, I could always go back in and use the transform tool. So anyways, that's what it's supposed to look like when it's rendered. I think I'm gonna do highlight, and this is gonna be overlay. No. Okay, so let's add a little bit more glow effect. Go a little crazy with that. A little glow. And we're gonna use my favorite tool ball, the Add Glow, and I'm gonna add like maybe a pinkish glow to it. Let me zoom in. It's kind of tiny. Okay. This could get pretty intense, so I'm just gonna overdo it and then start erasing some of it. And I think I want a little bit more orange. Okay, and now we take the same brush and we subtract all this excess glow. We don't want it to be too distracting. And if we want it to glow a little bit more towards the end of the page, we could, you know, take a step back and see what needs to be adjusted. So it's a process. It's like you know, you go forward a couple steps and then take 10 steps back sometimes. Is it not? So that's how it looks from far away. So let's go and kind of determine. So what I'm going to do is add a bunch of different colors, move it around, and then kind of get a feel for the whole entire page itself. So let's go with lines. Let's character. Okay. I'm sorry, I must have missed something you said, Stefan. It's crazy that you have to do it this way. I always thought you do it flat and transform it to the angle you need. Actually, Stefan, yes, that's exactly how you're supposed to do it. But what happened was I did the logo in Photoshop, printed it out, but I forgot to save the file. So when I printed it out and lightboxed it, I don't have the original logo anymore. So what's going to happen once I'm done with the stream and I'm actually coloring the pages, I have to go back in and copy this logo again flat and then move the angles around and stuff. So that's an extra step, but I think it's worth it, you know, to do it right. So yes, that's what happened. In fact, I could probably show you guys. So see, I scanned it, so I don't even have it. So this is the actual page. And you see on top the logos in pencil still, basically. So I took it into Photoshop and did everything, and I printed it out. And so you can see the lettering. But then when I printed it out, I accidentally didn't save it, so I lost the logo. I have to redo it again. So, yep, this was basically just a demo, so you guys can kind of see how I would do the neon sign if I were to do it. But I'm gonna have to do that part over. So that's why I'm only doing 2 letters, and I'm not going to do anything else. Okay, so let's see here, the windows. I'm just going to start adding a lot of colors. It might freak you out a little bit, but yeah, I think it would be good to show you how I come up with colors and kind of play around with colors in my head. Otherwise, this will take forever. was I gonna put this somewhere else? It's not moving. Okay, that works. Okay, let's start laying colors out here randomly, and just so I could get a feel for it, and then I go in there and I clean it up afterwards. So a little bit of purple here, maybe down here. I want a little bit more orange, so maybe this orange would go down here somewhere. So then you kind of have an idea of what colors you want to use, and not to mention it's a club, so it's pretty colorful anyways. And I think I mentioned earlier that's going to be more blue, so but to balance the blue out, maybe we add a little bit of purple here. So just like that, you know, it kind of sets the mood, instead of me going there and just tediously trying to make everything perfect right away. And then it's just, it takes forever and it just doesn't look as exciting, and I'm, you know, trying to get excited by this. And I think I want some yellow accents in here maybe, and then tie it in with some of the orange, so maybe eyedropper tool that. I got a hoverboard here, and I'm gonna add like a floating what do you call them, floating neon holographic signs, just to push the cyberpunkness of this further. Okay, and I'm still using that book for reference every now and then, just looking over at it to get the vibes going on this. It's a lot like if I was to paint with watercolors. You just kind of add the basic colors in the background before you start really adding detail. Oh dang, Vince, you're doing a lot. Vince, are you up to now? No new sorcerer. You probably already said this a trillion times, but are you working from a MacBook? Robbie Digital. I am using a Mac M1, or yeah, Mac M1, and I've had this for about almost 5 years now, and I was gonna upgrade to the M4, but I haven't needed to yet, so maybe at some point it will. An Echo asked Vince who his main publisher is. It's Prime. Yeah, is it? It's Aspen, but what's your company's name again, Vince? I guess realistically, I'm gonna tone down these colors pretty soon here. Yes, Robbie Digital. It would be the Mac Mini. I forgot that that's what they were called. Oh no, Robbie, I'm a gear nerd. Clearly, I have tons of gear. It's not as great as I'd like it to be, but you know, it's a never-ending battle with gear. I mean, there's always like a new thing that comes out and stuff. So, alrighty. Now that I've completely made a mess of this, let's see what happens when I start changing up the filters for fun. No. Oh yeah. I think I liked overlay. No. Oops. I just leave it normal. Okay, so let me see here. How does the reflection look without going too crazy? Probably going to tone down the orange, obviously. Yeah, it's pretty dark, so maybe this needs to be changed. Maybe I just leave that for now. Okay, so let's add my intended neon lights. Where'd it go? I just lost my page. I'll just keep it here. All right. So I'm thinking these right here are actually neon lights. And I could probably put that above the I was thinking red, so I don't want to do too much of that. Okay, and Thank you so much, Alan Smith. Rachel. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, that's why I learned how to ink and pencil so that if I ever had to, I didn't want to color, then I could just pass it on to someone else. Like I just getting someone to flap my pages. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm gonna I'm gonna add glow, you guys. So let's see, where does this go? Okay. And if I wasn't doing a demo right now, I would probably drop some of these, collapse some of these layers together so there's not like, looks like 11 layers or something, maybe even 15. So, like, I cannot spell. Like right here it says like instead of light. Let's glow it up, you guys. That's exactly why I did a post. I mean, Neo one. Oh my gosh. Cyberpunk futuristic book, science fiction, because I wanted to do all this fancy stuff. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened earlier, and that's why I thought I wasn't gonna be able to stream today. Was I was making, it's called it's like some kind of Korean noodles. It's flat, and I cooked it, and I got these really fancy mushrooms, like gourmet mushrooms, and I made like this really awesome lunch, and I was gonna be able to hold off for dinner until after I ate that. So I made it, and I was so proud of myself. And then I like hard boiled this egg and everything, and I went to grind some of the pepper onto the egg, and the whole entire grinder with the peppercorns, like all however many ounces of it just opened up and just flooded onto my food, and so it was covered in peppercorns and little pepper flakes, and I was just like, oh my god. I was horrified. So I took a picture of it and I'll post it on my Discord so you guys could see how my lunch / breakfast was completely ruined. It's like I tried to like scoop it out just to save the peppercorns, but there was no going back, and I had to throw it away and start again. I was like, there's no way after all that effort that I'm just not going to eat that. I have to eat something. So I made the second bowl, and instead of hard-boiled egg, I just did a soft boil, a soft fry, and then I got to eat my food right before, and just like scrambled to get ready and everything, and get all the gear going. So yeah, that's what happened. So I spent basically almost an hour in the kitchen and scarfing my food down before. So yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, I was horrified. It was so bad I couldn't help but laugh at it. Oh, thank you so much, SSP Artistic. I'm here to draw with you guys. That's why it's called come and draw. What is it? What do I call this? The live drawing. Live drawing with Sia. So that means you're supposed to be drawing with me. But yeah, that was such a disaster. It's like, okay, that if I didn't get to eat and I didn't get certain things prepped, then there's no way I would be able to stream. So it came together at the very last second, and so here we are. And glow. Dang, that did not turn out the way I wanted it to. Oh my god, do you know why it did that? Today's just not my day, you guys. In fact, I thought it was like a bad omen that my food did what it did. So, okay, I don't like that. Maybe yellow? No. Trial and error. I really want pink. How about that? Actually, you know what? There's like a little yellow in here somewhere. maybe a little bit less, maybe a little more orange. I think that might work. Okay, let's erase some of this. Doesn't all need to be so bright. And then this as well. Thank you so much, Richard. Stefan Tron, yes, me too. And also Daft Punk music. I'm just gonna add the glow to the parking sign because I can't help myself. I had a, let's just put this in here for now. It's probably gonna be red or something, and then with a yellow outline. Where is that page that I was using? This book is a godsend. I mean, it's almost like he created this book just for me. Imagine me having to collect these resources by myself, which I was doing for over 5 years, just collecting a mood board for Neo Wonderland. And I think I see some of his pictures on Google. And I mean, they were so lovely. The fact that I found out that later on he put it in a book or whatever, it was just like amazing. So if you guys can get a hold of this book, I highly recommend it. Whether or not you're doing a cyberpunk book, it's just the colors and the contrast because of the dark, what is it? The darks, the black areas and the light is just amazing. So. Oh yeah, I like the green. Good idea, Stefan. Let's put green in the sign instead. Actually, that's a good idea. There's this yellow on this page. It's like a yellow greenish color. I like that color. So let's try to do something like that. I like that yellow right there. Maybe more towards the orange. Okay. we'll just leave that here for now. And let's start doing things with the cars and the hoverboards right here. Brian, that's actually very astute. I agree. That is the life of an artist, is that song. SSP artistic. Yes, I am left-handed. Very much so. The name of the book, Michael Richardson, is Neo Wonderland. I like the multicolored glow behind the signage. Oh, thank you. And you know, the thing about coloring is sometimes if you have to establish something, it's okay to experiment a little bit. I mean, I still have the line art and stuff, and it's so right now I'm kind of playing around with colors. I know what I want, and then it's not until like I'm almost done with the page that I start locking in colors and stuff like that. Especially when you're dealing with a lot of neon signs and everything. It's easy to go way overboard, and yeah, so I'm still kind of playing around with the colors right now, but at some point you have to lock things in because deadlines. Because it's really easy to just noodle the whole time. Okay, so let's do the cause. Okay, so here's the interesting thing about the bounce light and the luminosity of the cars. So, and because I haven't established the window color or what's coming through the window yet, we know that there's gonna be like a reddish glow coming from, you know, bouncing off the cars. But then again, like I could add that in there now, and then once I have established what the window colors and the lights coming from inside the club, and it's gonna be darker, how much of that's gonna affect the car. So I'm assuming that because these lights are outside, the red is going to affect these more, and so there's going to be like coming from the top a little bit of red here, and then some red here, and then it's going to be blue underneath, basically blue or some cooler tones. So Michael Richardson, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have known that, of course. You've been here forever. It's Liam Wong's Tokyo with 2 O's. In fact, and let me see what the writing says the book is called, because I think they're trying to be really cute with the title on here. So the copyright page should have the actual name, just so. Is it towards the back? Okay. Well, I'm sure you could find this on Amazon. It's TO, you know, colon KY colon. I don't know if the double O is zeros or O's, but I'm sure if you typed it in on Amazon, they'll know what you're talking about. So, yeah, it's Liam Wong's Tokyo. This book. You could screen grab it, or I could actually, you know what? I could put the link to the book in my description when I'm done with this. So. Hello, Creator Now, Sleeper Later. Oh, Robbie, awesome. You're going to love this book so much. I mean, it makes you so you're not shy to use like all these really bright colors with a dark contrast with the night and everything. So it's making me a lot more brave, I think. Okay, so bounce light. Let's outline the vehicles first. And I'm just going to keep the vehicles probably white, or so that it's not too distracting. I'm just going to do this. Stabilize. Let's do this. And that's the problem with being left-handed. I couldn't see. Oh, Speaking of sky surfers, John is currently in Hawaii. He's going to be surfing for quite some time, so I get to pretend like I'm surfing by coloring these pages. And the surfboards in Hawaii, when you store them at the beach or in front of the beach, they have these lockers where you stick your surfboards in, and there's a lock on it, so kind of my inspiration for it. Oh, you're welcome, Michael Richardson. Brian, you just noticed I'm left-handed. I know, sometimes people flip cameras, I guess, so then it's hard to tell. I'm definitely left-handed. Yeah, Echo, yes, precisely. Running out of art supplies it's a thing, but here's the problem. When you're like me, you run out of the weirdest things because I have so many art supplies. So that's why I think I don't mind buying ink, but then when it comes to color, like watercolors and stuff, plus you get to do a little bit more with digital sometimes, like adding the glow. You could do it traditionally, but man, it takes a long time, and you have to kind of decide what's the most important aspect of the comic book or the story you're trying to tell. I think the most important thing for me is the story, and I need to tell a complete story, and wherever I have to take different, I wouldn't call them shortcuts, but compromises, like coloring digitally instead of by hand. And then the other compromise is like, not lettering it yourself and just doing certain things yourself. It's like getting the story out there and at least being able to do the line art and writing the story, I think, is the most important aspect of this, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So you kind of have to pick your battles. Sometimes maybe all you want to do is draw, tell stories, someone else's stories, and then you just want to draw. And so that's another thing. And then you could approach that art however you want to, whether it's traditionally or digitally. So. SSP Artistic, I think for shading you just have to know where your light source is, and then it makes it easier. So for example, I knew that most of the light from this club lounge was going to be coming from this big huge sign and then this red, and I already planned that ahead of time, so that when I started inking it I knew where to leave most of the where I was going to be able to shade. But here's the thing is, you see how there's a lot of open spaces? There's not a whole lot of shading here. There's some right here maybe, because there's lights coming from right here. So this was going to be in darkness. And let's see if I could give you another example. So here you could kind of see like the walls look really dark, and then I'm going to be coloring them in, but the window is right behind them and there's like a lot of bright lights outside. So of course, if you're filming it or shooting these characters, and that light's going to be pretty bright back there, and so that it's going to make everything else around it seem darker. And so in post, which is when I start coloring the background, you're gonna see like a blurry skyline, kind of, like when you're looking at a camera and it's a shallow depth of field, you're gonna see like just blurry buildings, and it's not going to be completely in focus because you don't want to distract from the scene right here with the characters. And that's also why I made the bathroom dark. Like a lot of these lounge bathrooms are really dark anyways, and you got like maybe one or two lights over the sink and then a couple of dome lights, and that's kind of like my approach for this page right here. So that means there's going to be a light coming from the top and then from the bathroom mirror. So you're going to get some bounce light back here as well. So you just have to know where your light sources are going to be. And depending on what your story and your mood is, you could also then decide what kind of lighting you're going to use. So that's the first step, I think. How do I achieve Echo? The Echo is asking, how do I achieve the glow effect? Well, if I didn't have this filter, from Clip Studio, which is amazing, you would basically make sure that wherever the light source is coming from, the center of the light source is like a very light color. So let's see if I could. So do you see like right here down on your bottom left, I'm showing you the color wheel. So let's just say that this is basically your light source. I mean, it's kind of like not a whole lot of thinking needing to be done. So the outside of the light would be maybe this color right here, and then the inside would be a lighter color. So I would move it towards the yellow more, and then it would be, you know, towards the white basically. And that's how you get something to look like it's glowing. And of course, you know, if you use the airbrush tool, make it all fuzzy, that works out too. For example, see the soft brush tool right here, top left where it says airbrush? That helps you with the glow effect if you don't have that filter that I'm using. Okay, so to the cars, now I'm going to add some bounce light just so you guys could kind of see what I meant earlier. And since this is further away from the light, it's not going to be as saturated, and so it's probably going to be closer to like this orange right here. But if I don't know for sure, I just look at this book. There's like, here we go, perfect. There's subways, there's cars. Yes, here we go. I don't know if I could show you guys, but you could kind of see it. So I don't really have to do a ton of thinking on my own. And that's what's good about using references. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, is it working? Is it? Oh, duh. Wait, my vehicle's... Okay, that's what happened. Yeah, it was a filter. That's why it looked like that. And since these are cars, there's going to be some shine on it and streaks, but I don't know if I need to do that yet. I think I just want to have the colors here first. So I was like trying to figure out how to design flying cars that also you could drive on the road. I don't like that. And still look cool, you know. So I've decided that when the cars fly, I don't know, I haven't really paid attention to other people's designs, but basically there is a cover that drops and the tires are tucked underneath, a lot like, you know, what they did in Back to the Future. But then there's a cover that covers the tires from the side too, so it looks sleek from the side instead of like a wheel well. So oh man, what did I miss? Speaking of David Finch, I saw you last Monday night draw. Nice. Hover's credits for how much for the hover credits or Thank you so much, CCCB150. Wheel skirts. Thank you. That's what they're called. Okay. Thank you so much, Road to Coda 95. Okay. Bounce light. I'm just gonna have fun with these cars right now. I'm thinking I need to start rendering out the windows so it looks more interesting. Question is where where are my windows? Okay, that's all that stuff. Vehicles. Okay. I think I'm gonna add this. So Echo in the future, I think what's going to happen is everybody's going to have like a HUD or it's going to be self-guided for the most part, and you can have some controls, but then there's also in the HUD invisible, not invisible, you can't see it in person necessarily, but then there's guides, kind of like, you know, when you back a car up nowadays, they have like those parking guides. It'd be the same type of thing, but in the air, and then every vehicle can only go up to a certain height, you know. So that's how I explained it in my head, because otherwise it would look chaotic in the sky, you know. Road to Coda. I think Procreate on the iPad is a good beginner program, and I think there's a free version of Clip Studio, or at least trial. But definitely, I think Procreate is the cheapest one to get. There might be another program that I'm not aware of that's free. If you guys know one. Mark the Shark. A lot of people have that same question, and I think it's just about practicing and getting your reps in. And it's if you fear your art isn't good enough, it's probably because you haven't practiced enough. I think I fully believe that when someone actually draws day in and day out, that that they will get better, and you're going to be good enough to at least draw some kind of comics. Not all of us have that same style, so you don't have to have like a certain style. I think just learning how to tell stories and then practicing all the time and trying to get as fast as you can, like trying to draw. The gold standard is 1 page a day, which I don't know how many people still do that anymore, but it's just good to just practice and draw every day. And maybe you don't even like drawing every day, and then once you start doing, you're like, you know what, it seemed like a good idea, but it's not. But if you do love it, I think, and you draw all the time, you're always going to improve and get better. And I don't see why you can't draw comic books. It might not be a certain style yet when you first start out, like maybe you have someone you look up to, but it's still worth practicing and trying to do what you want to do with art. Echo, yeah, I think so. You would probably require some kind of visa or a passport, and because you're flying in, you probably have to verify it on your HUD or your console. Like it's all holographic and stuff. And maybe they if you don't, they could stop your car and shut off your vehicle. I mean, you're not going to drop, but they could ground your vehicle and stuff basically remotely. I mean, I can only imagine that's probably going to be possible in the next few years in real life. So I do love Clip Studio is my favorite, but it all depends on budget, and I think that even at $350 the budget might be a little much for someone who's starting out. But yeah, I recommend at least trying out the demo version. I think they give you 1 month free or something. I don't remember if they have a free version anymore. Johnny's asking, what does it take for an aspiring comic book writer like myself to collaborate with an artist of caliber? Vince, if you're still there, is there any chance you could answer that question? Because he's been writing for almost 30 years now, Vince, professionally, so he would be able to answer that better than anybody. And I worked with Vince for many, many years and still do, so he would be able to answer. And he was in the chat. I'm not sure if he's still there. Brian Schultz, yes, some of those are art books, manga, my friend's graphic novels that I love, and what else? Yes, just video games, sketchbooks that are mostly empty still. I haven't drawn in them yet, and there's some of my books in here too somewhere. So, yep, and a bunch of Gundams. Yes, I do. I do have books in print format. SSP Artistic graphic novel, fantasy novels, fantasy mystery graphic novels. I don't know of any personally. I'm sure someone here probably could recommend something to you. Okay, Windows, that's what we're doing. Okay, give me 2 seconds to look at my references for how to render Windows properly. Okay, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yes, my Gundams are my pride and joy. I've been wanting to build one more recently, but I need to stay focused. This will work. SSP Artistic, I will leave a link to the book after the live stream is over, unless somebody wants to type in the name of the book in the chat, since I can't access the chat from OBS. If someone could tell SSP Artistic who it is, or the book name, it's Liam Wong's Tokyo book. Main concept. I'm thinking Instagram is pretty good. Probably Substack, and what's the other one? Webtoons has a lot of artists on there, and I think those are the easiest places to find artists that I know of. I mean, it's been a long time since I've looked. Robbie Digital was Gundam Wing yes, I believe it was. Well, yeah, of course, because it just looked so cool. Yeah, Stefan, that's basically it. I was just like Googling concept cars and then futuristic concept cars and then certain cars that I liked, and I have a whole folder of references. Maybe at some point I could show you all the references I gathered for the book, just to come up with something. Networks, where print? I'm sorry, did I miss most of your question, I think? Oh, wait. Are those yes, Networks 21, can you please expand on the question? To me, it was this establishing shot in my comic book Lola XOXO, where it's a double page spread, and I don't have it in here for some reason. It's in my closet. That one, I airbrushed it, painted it, and it's the first time you ever really see her in the comic book. And it's like a character shot, so it was a double page spread, and it took a long time to draw. It was in the wasteland, but it was really cool. That was my favorite one, and that's why. It was the first time my character ever was, I guess, shown to the world. Oh yeah, Facebook has artist groups. Thank you. Yes, Stefan, there's going to be so much material. At first I was like, man, I don't know how I'm going to be able to make this behind the scenes stuff, but you know what? I have so much content that I'm trying to condense it, because now it's getting a little long, but there's certain things I still have to film for the book, for the documentary. So video covering character designs. Sure, yeah, I haven't done that yet. I probably won't get back to like what was it called? Videos where I'm how do we do this? I probably won't get back to pre-recorded episodes until after the book is done, and then I could do some of those episodes again where I'm picking a subject and showing you guys the process. So, okay, let's get this moving along. What's going on here? Oh, okay. Maybe soft light? Okay. That's not working either. Forget it. It's not gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna go in there and add some highlights, and then some you could kind of see through it a little bit, like some of these pictures I have here. So it's more interesting. Okay, that's not gonna work. So I'm just adding streaks in there really quickly just to add some depth to the windows, and then you go in there, you smudge it, blur it, add colors in there so it looks like there's lights inside of there. So it might look a little sloppy right now. Anyways, okay. And then we use the smudge tool, fingertip tool, or let's do blend 3. I love this tool. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what I'm doing. There's probably an easier way to do it, but I'm treating this like it's paint right now, where it's just putting your strokes down and then kind of going over everything. And then you could erase basically some of this so it's softer. And so right now everything looks kind of bright, but then once I'm done, what I do is I go back in and change the contrast so that it looks like it's at night and it's not like overly lit, because right now it's pretty bright. I know, JD, that's so funny. It's true. There's blinds in my comic book, like lots of it, in shades, because it's so bright. And in your shades, there's like, you know, Google Maps basically. And in my main character's case, one of the guys, he's got glasses where you could see, you know, he gets instructions and stuff like that. And I'm also aware, like, some things seem like it's a little old school and some things seem like it's futuristic, but it's like real life, you know, with technology. It's not everything kind of gets designed and utilized and invented at the same time. I'm too close, this gotta zoom out. Okay, I'm gonna add, I think, some darker tones. So Richard, what did my camera go out? No, I don't know who Corey Hart is. That is funny though. Am I back on now? It after half an hour it shuts off automatically just because it's like a power saver thing and I can't turn it off. I don't know how to do it. Or I don't think that function is available for this camera. So, but I'm back. Am I still gone? Sometimes that happens. I'm pretty sure there's a little lag with the chat, so. I didn't leave you guys yet. All right, let's get. Okay. Let's try this. No. Multiply. There we go. Oops. I'm trying to find the right filter for this. Yeah, let's just stick with this one. You know what? No. Am I back yet? Okay. Sorry, I was like so busy. Usually I'll look over at the camera to see if it shuts off or not, and I'm able to turn it on before it does that, but then not this time. Okay, so let's do linear burn and start rendering out, darkening the building because it's too light. Because I don't think I could make the windows any darker. I just gotta add stuff inside of there. I mean, that's gonna take a bit. Okay. So even though there's bounce light from the windows, technically, maybe like right here, it's gonna be pretty dark. I'm just gonna have to do this really quick. Ooh, that's very dark. I don't like overlay. Ooh, God. Not so sexy. How about darken? Okay. And then I'll just leave this here for now. Okay. So before I finish this, because I have to do all the details in the windows, and what is this right here? Oh, there it is. Let's erase this really quick. Much better. Okay, so I'm gonna go, like, once I'm done, there's like flying cars and lights up in the sky. I'm gonna render those out a little bit, or just kind of give you an indication that there's a lot going on in the city. Add glow. I wonder if we could just use, no, let's do another layer. PG. Light. Okay, so usually the lights are pretty. Let's do blue. I mean, it's further back. Let's do. Ooh. So, okay, zoom in. I have brushes designed. Let me see if I could use something cool. Okay, let's see what this looks like. All right, that's what we're gonna use for the what do you call it? For the holograms. You see that? This brush is awesome. Ah, cool. Okay. I could actually, maybe we could add some holograms right now. You know, so that's the screen for some holograms, and I think what I'm going to do is turn them into squares and stuff. Okay. All right, let's try this. Maybe it's the top is squared off, but it has some neon signs of, you know, some kanji, Chinese characters, and I mean, so you guys kind of get it. I don't want to, because I'm not sold on this just yet. Let me get rid of that one. What other stuff do we have here? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really cool brushes. I don't want to go overboard right now, though. Okay. So a lot of the page is going to get cut off in the background, so I don't want to put too much detail back there, but it's kind of just giving me a mental placeholder until I finish the building. And the logos. Okay. Michael White, I know some kanji already because I took Japanese for 4 years, and so it's a little easy for me to realize, I mean, to figure out, like, what I want. Plus, Google Translate has like the more complex kanji now. So all you have to do is go copy and paste it, and then put it into the pages. I used to, actually, one of the pages I did, or the covers, I did all of it from, by hand, and that took a long time. So some of it might be written by hand, and some of it's could probably be digital. So alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much, Echo. So let me save this. I'm gonna go scroll up and see what I missed, and answer some of your questions, and maybe say goodbye to some of you in case I missed it. Okay. Inktologist, is the car on top supposed to be part of a sign or another car? It's just another car. When it's all done, it's gonna look like it's hovering. So I can't wait to render this out, because this is part of our Discord basically, and then there's the interior shot of the lounge as well that you guys will see after this page. It's page 24. So thank you so much, Michael White. We were talking about wearing sunglasses at night, and I see sunglass emojis. And okay, let's see. Ooh. See you next week, you guys. Another awesome stream. Thank you so much, JD. Bye to Brian and Echo, and you too. Have a great week, Stefan. I will have more updates for you guys next week on the Kickstarter. So I'm trying not to update you guys too much, but I feel like that's why having a stream once a week, if I have updates, it's much easier to kind of interact with me on, some of the stuff. So, and I've been working it feels like 12-hour days lately to get everything completely done. So I'm excited. We're getting there. But I really want this to look good and read good. So, as long as I think I'm 75% of the way done with everything, I feel like I'm at ease, but Thank you so much, Arthur. Contrast Hues, thank you so much. Reckets, thank you. Mark the Shark, thank you. And SSP, thank you. Okay, you guys, I will most likely see you next week if I don't accidentally destroy my lunch again and couldn't had to cook it again. So okay, if I missed you, I'm so sorry. Because Johnny Taz, maintenance, Michael Richardson, Orcon Caesar. Okay, main concept. Alrighty, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me again on Saturday. So I will see you next week. Bye.